Iowa already has Catilin Clark's replacement, and her name is LUCY OSLEN, Iowa, found an experienced point guard in the spring to fill Catilin Clark's position. But while Villanova transfer LUCY OSLEN finished only a couple of spots behind Clark in the rankings of the nation's leading scorers last season, her offensive game is much different than the long-distance range of her predecessor Olsen, who averaged 23.3 points per game last season, made just 29.4% of her three-point shots last season. Where much of her scoring comes from, though, is with a mid-range jumper that has become one of Olsen's main talents. Not a lot of people have it, so it's definitely a perk to have that mid-range game, Olsen said. The memories of Clark, the National Player of the Year who led the Hawkeyes to back-to-back appearances in the national championship game, were still lingering over the program during its media day on Thursday. Head coach Jan Jensen, though, brought up her "we got next" philosophy that she has preached with her players. "I think what's important, especially with them, is that you just kind of keep them looking in the windshield," said Jensen, who was elevated from associate head coach in May after Lisa Bluder retired. "We talked a lot about just taking that rear-view mirror down, especially for the play of returners, but even for the freshmen, because it's all new and you've got to keep looking ahead. The next opportunity is what I really want them to focus on, and reminding them that it is a process." Olsen is one of the Hawkeyes' newcomers. She was a unanimous All-Big East first-team selection last season and scored 1,504 points in her 3 seasons with the Wildcats. It was during that time when Olsen developed her mid-range shot. "I would say, just with my length and the fact I wasn't always the strongest, getting to the basket was a little tougher for me," Olsen said. "So I guess I just went back to the mid-range. I'm not really sure where it came from. But then, once I started being decent at it, I just kept working at it." Besides Clark, the Hawkeyes also lost 6th-year forward guard Kate Martin and 5th-year guard Gabby Marshall. So the Iowa staff knew it needed to find a veteran guard in the NCAA's transfer portal. "Olsen has proven to be a good choice, Lucy. She sets the tone," said Iowa assistant coach Abby Stamp, who coaches the guards. "That kid never takes a possession off. It's hard to get her off the floor." Guard Sydney Affolter, one of the 2 returning starters from last season, said Olsen, "fits in.